यस्तात्मी वरं वरप्रदगुरो वैराग्य भग्योदसो वेदान्ताभ्यसारवन्तमनघात् श्री श्रीनिवासात् गुरोः श्रीशैलान्वयकौस्तुभस्य तनयं श्रेयोनिधे श्रीनिधेः वन्दे साधुकटाक्षकेलिं श्रीकृष्णसद्देशिकं श्रीनारायणयोगीन्द्रवरदारकृपाश्रयं रङ्गेशपादविनतं श्रीनिवासमुनिं भजे। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकदातं तपोनिधिं पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतं द्वैतां तवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यानविध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यमुनेयं नमामि तं यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्थलितराणि मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। इमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्थिककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजाय नमः. Offering my pranamams to all the Bhagavatas in this Satsanga, I shall resume the next session. We were doing the Anusandhana of the shloka, the fourth shloka of the fourth chapter, where Arjuna is asking a question to Krishna. Arjuna uvacha avaram bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha katham etat vijaniyam tvam adau proktavaniti. In that shloka, the last part of the Bhashya we were doing, and we were Janatopi ajanataiva pruchhataha ayamashayah nikhilaheya pratyanika kalyanekatanasya sarveshwarasya sarvajnasya satyasankalpasya avapta samastakamasya karma paravasha deva manushyaadisajatiyam janma kim indrajaladivan mithya uta satyam सत्यत्वे च कथं जन्म प्रकारः किमात्मकोऽयं देहः कश्च जन्म हेतुः कदा च जन्म किमर्थं च जन्म इति परिहार प्रकारेण प्रश्नार्थो विज्ञायते. So that part of the Bhashya we were about to do Anusandhana with the Vishesharthas as explained by Swami Deshkan in Tatparya Chandrika. Atrochate janatyevayam bhagavantam vasudeva sunum parthaha. So here Arjuna is asking a question to Krishna. Avaram bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha katham etat vijaniyam tvam adau proktavaniti. So what is the thinking behind? What does Arjuna want to know exactly here? Why is he asking this question? Does he not know that Krishna is Sarveshwara? So the Purva Paksha is accepted that Arjuna is indeed knowledgeable, and he knows that Krishna, who is Vasudeva Sunu, son of Vasudeva, is Sakshat Bhagavan, Sarveshwara. So the Bhashya here, Avadarana, Eva, Janatyeva, Ayam Parthaha. Ayam means Partha, Arjuna, who is very knowledgeable, who has been taught by Acharyas and who has got a lot of Sukrita done in earlier Janmas, because of which he is getting directly taught by Sri Krishna. So all these are meant in that Ayam Parthaha. So Janatopi ajanataiva pruchhato ayamashayah. Even if he knows that, then why should he ask? Bhashyakara explains what is in the mind of Arjuna, what is that he is actually asking. So doubt arises that the birth and other things here, avatara satyatva is one of the most important aspects in our Siddhanta. So the birth and other things, the avatara, are manifestations of Bhagavan, is it mithya or satya? So his attributes are first examined, made clear by Bhashyakara to clear that doubt. The words ending all in Shati Vibhakti, Nikilahe Yapratyaniga Kalyanekata Anasya Sarveshwarasya Sarvajnasya Satyasankalpasya Vapta Samastakamasya. So these are all the asadharana visheshanas of Bhagavan. That is the unique distinctive characteristics of Bhagavan Krishna. The Nikhilaheya Pratyanika Kalyanekadanasya is the Ubhaya Linga, which is established in Brahma Sutras very clearly. There is a Ubhaya Linga Adhikarana itself in Brahma Sutras where it is established very clearly. Na Sthanatopi Parasya Ubhaya Lingam Sarvatrahi. Everywhere he is present all the time with his Ubhaya is established. So his essential nature is opposed to anything that is defiling. Nikhilaheya Pratyanika. And it is an abode to innumerable auspicious qualities. Kalyana Ekadanasya. Only auspicious qualities. Kalyana Ekadanasya. So when such a person, he is capable of, because of that only he is capable of removing even others' defects. So when he is able to remove the defects of birth, etc., of others, how can he himself get such defects? So that is what is told. When he is Ananda Swarupa. So when he has nothing else to be attained by this kind of births that other Baddha Jivas and all take. So Sarveshwarasya, he is Sarveshwara. If he had something else as controller, someone else who is his controller, then births and other things might have existed, but it is not so. So he himself is the super lord of everybody, overlord of everyone and everything. So that is other Visheshana that is taken, Sarveshwarasya and Sarvajnasya. So one may say that if one does not know what is Hita and Ahita, etc., then they may not do the right things, but he is not like that. Or even know what is Hita and Ahita, go and touch fire and get burnt. So it is not like that. He is Sarvajna, that is, he knows everything by himself. So he is all knowing and he also knows everyone's Hita and Ahita. Satyasankalpasya, he can protect the entire universe by his mere willing or Sankalpa. So for that he need not incarnate or manifest here himself. Even if one knows what is good and what is not, it's possible to get into mud, etc., thinking that it is hard ground, etc. He is not like that. He is Sarvajna Satyasankalpa, Avapta Samasta Kamasya. So Krishna himself says here, Nanavaptam Avaptavayam. So there is nothing that I need to attain by taking these births, etc. So I am Avapta Samasta Kama. Then why should I take a birth like other Karma Paravasha? So these are all Asadharana Visheshanas of Bhagavan, which Bhashyakara is quoting here to establish the Avatara Satyatva. The next 3-4 slokas, that is very, very clearly and in detail established by Bhashyakara. The Avatara Satyatva and the nature of the Avatara is most wonderful and very unique in our Siddhanta, which we need to understand and do Anusandhana very clearly. And also here Swami Deshikana explains a little bit more through how can it be established also through Anumanas, that is inference. So always Shruti is the ultimate pramana, and Shruti is established further by supporting logic. So that is Anumana. So here one can say, Ishvaraha na vastutaha janmadiman akarma vashyat mukta atmavat. Because he is akarma vashya, and there is a drishtanta given like mukta atma, that is one who is already liberated. That is Anvaya Anumana. The Vyatireka, the other way, can also be given. Yo Janmadiman Saha Karmavashyaha Yatha Samsari. One who is having all the births, etc., he is then Karmavashya, Yatha Samsari, etc. But he does not have another Ishvara who will put him into this cycle of births based on karma. He is not like that. So all these, the general vyapti is yo yat karanaraitaha na sa tat karyavan yatha sampratipanna. One There is no cause, there is no reason for him to get into this kind of births like others because of karma, etc. Because he is karmadhyaksha, he is not karma paravasha. So that is what is told here. That is a general vyapti. And the various other anumanas also can be explained. One who is Sarveshwara, there is no drishtanta itself. So, but we cannot also say there is what is known as Kevala Vyatireki Anumana. That is not accepted in our Siddhanta and it is rejected by Yamunacharya and other Acharyas. So, so if he says that he does not get bodies like us, then there can also be an Anumana which says that even Ghata, etc., the pot and all does not get body like us. And so, Deha Parigrahadi Abhave Sankuchita Jnana Shunyatvat. So he adds additional hetus, that is the reasons why Deha Parigrahadi Abhave, though he does not take bodies like us, Sankuchita Jnana Shunyatvat, he does not have contraction in his knowledge. So that eliminates Ghata and other things, the pot and other things. Pratihata Sankalpa Rahitatvat, there is nobody who can obstruct his willing, his Sankalpa. Apurna Kamatva Rahitatvat, he is not having any reason, he has got everything fulfilled, all his desires fulfilled, or whatever he desires will get definitely fulfilled, whatever he wills will definitely get done. So these are all the hetus which distinguish Ishvara from everything else. So they distinguish him very clearly from other things like either Muktatma or Ghata or anything else. So that is how it is told. So the other way is Sarvajñatvat, Satyasankalpatvat, Avapta Samastakamatvat. These are all very clearly establishing his nature. So if one has Janma, etc., then just like other sentients, Karmavashyatva, Anishwaratva, Asarvajñatva, Asatya Sankalpatva, Apurna Kamatva, and all that will ensue if it is only due to Karma, Karmavashyatva. So the aspects of Sarveshwaratva and others are the reasons for his Ubhayalingatva told here as Nikilhe Pratinika Kalyanekatanasya, which is established very clearly in this part of the Bhashya to make it clear that he is very different and distinct from everything else. He is not a Karmavashya. So why is Bhashyakara taking these characteristics here? Because to understand what is the question that Arjuna has in his mind, what is the doubt he has in mind, or what does he want to know? Karma paravasha deva manushyadi sajatiyam janma kim indrajaladivat mithya uta satyam. So deva manushyadi sajatiyam janma karma paravasha. The deva and manushya and all are karma paravashas, and you are appearing as though you are of the same class or same jati as Deva, Manusha, etc., or Tiryaku, etc., as though, because they are all karma paravashas, you are appearing as though you are taking the same class as that is the same jati. Is this Indrajala Adivata Mithyavata Satyam? Is it true? Is it real? Or is it like Indrajala where it is an illusion? It is not real. That is a question. That is one question, that first question that he is asking. So Deva, Manusha, Karma. So Sajatiya means appearing to be like them and having a form, etc. Because the form is taken by Ishvara, Indrajala, which is Brahme, which creates Brahme, that is having a wrong knowledge, what is not true. So Adi also includes imitating different characters like actors, etc. Indrajala, Adi, various other things can also be added. Uta satyam satyatvecha katham janma prakaraha kimatmakoyam dehaha kascha janma hetuhu kimarthancha janma. So many questions Arjuna has in his mind in order to ask why. That is why he is asking this doubt. So Bhashyakara is very clearly telling here Mithyauta satyam satyatvecha katham janma prakaraha. So he is not expanding on the mithya part, because if it is mithya, there is no more need to know what prakara and other things at all. But if it is satya, then one has to know if it is satya, katham janma prakaraha. What is the nature of his births or manifestations? Kimatmakoyam dehaha. What is the nature of his body? That is, janma prakara are raised only in case of satyatva. And kimatmakaha means, is it by giving up the characteristics of Parameshwara, that is his Parameshwara Swabhava. Does he leave that and then take this body, or in some other way? And Kimatmakoyam Dehaha, Deha, here it says Diha Upachaye. So he has seen Krishna grow and things like that. So he is having that doubt. Kimatmakoyam Dehaha. Is it Trigunatmaka? Is it Aprakrita, made of Shuddha Sattva? Or is it made up of just 5 elements like Panchabhutas, just like our bodies? Why? What is the nature of this body? Kascha Janma Hetuhu. Is it by his mere Sankalpa? What is the reason for this Janma, for this manifestation? Is it through Satya Sankalpa, his Sankalpa, or because he is Satya Sankalpa, by his own will, does he get his Punya Papa and then come here? Kadacha Janma. Is it when Punya and Papa start giving fruits, or when Dharma has reached a low? When does this kind of a birth or manifestation happen? Kimarthancha Janma. What is the prayojana for this? Is it for the purpose of experiencing Sukha and Dukkha, or for purposes of Sadhu Paritrana, etc.? So, in order to clarify all these doubts, Parihara Prakarena Prashnartho Vijnayate. So, Bhashyakara is explaining very clearly what is in mind of Arjuna when he is asking these Avaram Bhavato Janma Param Janma Vivasvataha. That question, that shloka, all these doubts are in the mind of Arjuna, which he wants to make it clear. And they are also made clear from from Krishna's answer. So Krishna being Sarvajna, Satyasankalpa, everything, he cannot answer something else when Arjuna has something else in mind. So Krishna knows Arjuna's mind. The answer given by Krishna also tells us very clearly what was in Arjuna's mind. So it is in accordance to that Bhashyakara explains the Bhashya for this shloka. So the next, the four shlokas explain the Janma Satyatva, Janma Prakara, Deha Yathatmya, Hetu, Kala, Prayojanas of the Janma. All these things are explained in the next shlokas. That is being explained as per our Bhashya. So going to shloka 5, Bhagavan Vacha, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna, Tanyaham Veda Sarvani, Natvam Vedha Parantapa. Arjuna me Bahuni janmani vyatitani, Tavacha, Tani Sarvani Aham Veda, Tvam na Vedha. That is Anvaya. Parantapa, Tvam na Vedha. Hey Arjuna, me bahuni janmani vyatitani. For me, several births have gone by. Tavacha, for you also it is so. Tani sarvani aham veda. I know about all these. Parantapa, hey Arjuna, the tormentor of enemies. Paranu tapayati, parantapa. Tvam na vedha. You will not know the nature of those. Bhashya for this is anena janmanaha satyatvam muktam. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani iti vachanate tavacha iti drishtantataya upadanacha. So Bhashyakara makes it very clear that this shloka is establishing avatara satyatva, janma satyatva. The births are all real. Of Krishna also, of Arjuna also. There he is telling the drishtanta as tavacha as Arjuna's births. So the fact of his manifestation are being real is being told here. Anena janmanaha satyatvam muktam. That is the reality of his births or his incarnations or manifestations. And it is because of the reason that the fact that it is with the example of for you also, Tavacha, the reality of his incarnations is established. So Lord Krishna is answering Arjuna's doubts in order. If a doubt is raised that Arjuna did not ask whether earlier births were many or one, or whether one knows about them or not, etc. Arjuna did not ask whether many births have gone by, or there is only one birth, and how one does not know or know. All these things he did not ask. But it is why Krishna is telling that, because it is to say that it is all real. So the aspects of earlier births being many, having gone by, knowledge of it is, etc., are known only through Vachaka here, only through words here. So how can the reality be established? So there can be some of the doubts that can come. That is, to clear all those doubts, Bhashya is very firmly telling that Anena Janmanaha Satyatvam Uktam. So you are present now in this time, and how could you have told to Vivaswan, who was existing at some other time, is what Arjuna is asking Krishna. So Krishna would have said, I only told during some other birth of mine, and I am remembering the same and telling again. That was also possible, but those doubts are cleared with proper reasons earlier itself. So there is no reason to say that again. So Bhashyakar is just explaining, justifying why Avatara Satyatva is being told here. So he is telling several births have gone by, and he has the knowledge of all, shows that his Sarvajñatva, Sarveshwaratva, Akarmavashyatva, and the births are all real and not mere appearances. They are not Pratibhasika, not mere appearances. And it is told Janmani and not as Janma Pratibhasa. So it is told Janmani. The words are very clearly telling. So Krishna is also telling Tavacha to Arjuna, even though he did not ask about it, just to show as an example that births are all real. And Arjuna's birth is also not mithya. It is not false, or it is not just mere appearance. It is not pratibhasa, but it is also real. So then when that is true, how can there be, when Arjuna's Janma itself is real, how can there be doubt about Krishna's birth being real? The words Bahuni showing relation to count, that is Sankhya Sambandha. Bahuni me Vyatitani. That is showing Sankhya Sambandha. That is showing the relation to count. And Vyatitani, showing that relation to time, indicates the births are all real. The number and the time relation also show that they are all real. So Janmas, the Satyatva of his avataras and Arjuna's births and everything is being told in this shloka is Bhashyakara's Siddhanta, and that is made very clear in the Bhashya. So the next shloka is a very, very important shloka. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. So what is told in this shloka is given as an avatarika in Bhashya. Avatara prakaram dehayathatmyam janmahetum cha aha. All these three aspects are very clearly established in this shloka. Avatara prakaram, that is the mode or the nature of his manifestations. Dehayathatmyam, the reality about his vigraha, his form. And janmahetum, the cause, the reason for his birth. They are all told here, the cause of this birth. So that is, it's answering the three aspects as indicated in the Bhashya Avatarike, what Arjuna is asking those doubts. Ajopi sanna avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi sanna prakritim swamadhisthaya atmamayaya sambhavami. Very, very significant shloka, which is interpreted very differently by different commentators, and we have to very carefully understand the meaning of every word in this shloka. Ajopi sanna, though I am without births, ajaha means na jayate, without births. Avyayatma, I am having a form which is imperishable and immutable, does not change, does not undergo vikaras. Bhutanam ishwaropi sanna, I am being the Lord or controller of all beings, moving and non-moving, that is charachara. Bhutanam ishwaropi sanna. Prakritim swamadhisthaya, taking up my own very nature. Atmamayaya sambhavami, I manifest by my mere will. Atmamayaya, maya is sankalpa. Sambhavami means samyak purnataya bhavami, that is in my complete form I manifest. So he himself, by his own svabhava, his swecha, his own will, he has come out of his own will in his true form, being Aja, Sarvajña, Satyasankalpa, Vapta Samastakama, etc. in reality. Vikaras of Prakriti, that is Avyayatma, means I do not have the vikaras or modifications that other things undergo, that is the Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti undergoes changes in its very nature, Swarupa Vikara. in its essential nature itself, Prakriti is changing all the time. And Purusha, that is the Jivas, they have a Purushartha. They undergo changes in their attributive consciousness, that is Dharmabhuta Jnana. There is contraction and expansion. So because of that, they get into births when they are under the influence of karma. When they get rid of that, they become liberated. So karma krita jarma. So apurushartha is also not there, which is associated with purushas. The sarupa vikara associated with prakriti is also not there. So avyayatma, avyayaha, ishvara. So his jnana is always asankuchita. So that is the gist of that sloka. There is a lengthy bhashya for this because it's a very important sloka and a lot of things are established by Bhashyakara here. Ajatva avyayatva sarveshwaratvadi sarvam parameshwaram prakaram ajahadeva swam prakritimadhisthaya atmamayaya sambhavami. Prakritihi swabhavaha swameva swabhavamadhisthaya svenaiva rupena swechhaya sambhavami ityarthaha. Ajatva avyayatva sarveshwaratvadi sarvam parameshwaram prakaram ajahadeva. That is, I manifest on my own will, swechhaya, atmamayaya sambhavami. Without leaving my aspects of being the overlord, that is, ajahadeva, without leaving any of those aspects of my being, parameshwara, parameshwaram, sarvam parameshwaram prakaram. All aspects of my being, the overlord of everything, such as ajatva, vyayatva, etc., and taking up my own nature, swam prakriti madhisthaya, atmamaya sambhavami. Prakritihi swabhavaha, that's a very significant meaning here. Prakriti means swabhava, or nature. And swameva swabhava madhisthaya, taking up my own very nature in my own true form, of my own will, I manifest, is the meaning. Swaswarupam hi. What is the Swarupa? So Swarupam hi. So his own Swarupa is told by Prakriti, Prakritim Swam. For that all the Pramanas Bhashyakara is telling. Aditya Varanam Tamasah Parastat, told in Purusha Sukta. My nature being as established in the Shruti is such as Aditya Varna, one who has the hue of Aditya and resides in the Paramapada. Tamasaha Parastat, the Paramapada which is beyond this Prakriti Mandala. Kshayantamasya Rajasah Parake, in Sama Samhite is quoted here. He who lives in a place beyond the Prakriti Mandala, Rajasaha, Tamasaha, they are all telling Upadakshana to Trigunatmaka Prakriti. Tamasah Parastat, Rajasah Parake, they are all telling beyond the Prakriti Mandala. Kshayantamasya, which is Vasa, Nivasa, where he lives there. Ya Yesho Antaraditye Hiranmaya Purushaha, the golden Purusha who is seen in the Aditya, Antaraditye, inside the Aditya, Hiranmayaha Purushaha. The color is told here. So first one is told Aditya Varanam Tamasah Parastat, that he lives, he has a place called Paramapada, he stays there. Chayantamasya, he lives there, means one who is a Vibhu, who is living there, means he has a form. Yesho Antaraditya Hiranmayaha Purusha, the color is told, Hiranmayaha is told, Purushaha. Tasminnayam Purusho Manomayaha Amruto Hiranmayaha. The Purusha who is in the Harakasha, that is the small ether which is inside the heart, and who is Amrita, and who is grasped by pure mind, Manomayaha, without any blemish, Amritaha, golden in color, Hiranmayaha, all this. Sarve Nimesha Jagnire Vidyutah Purushadati. All divisions of time, Nimeshas, were created from that Purusha who is of the view of lightning. Vidyutah Purushat. Bharupaha Satyasankalpaha Akashatma Sarvakarma Sarvakamaha Sarvagandha Sarvarasaha. One who has an unsurpassed brilliant form, who is Satyasankalpa, true will, Akashatma, self of even the celestial ether, etc. Sarvakarma, Sarvakamaha, Sarvagandha, Sarvarasaha, endowed with non-material odor, taste, everything. So these are all very significant quotations Bhashyakara is speaking Maharajanam Vasaha Ityadi Shruti Siddham. The form of that Purusha is like a cloth dyed with turmeric and so on. The cloth of the is like a cloth. Maharajanam Vasaha Ityadi Shruti Siddham. The significance of these specific quotations is explained by Swami Deshika later, that these are all telling that he has a form in all the Pancha Prakaras of Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Archa, Antaryami, everything. How they are establishing. Bhashyakara picks up quotes from all the Upanishads here and there and Vedas, etc. Where the specific quotations just to show that he has a form in all these prakaras, all these modes. Atma Mayaya, Atmiyaya Mayaya. Maya Vayunam Jnanam iti Jnana Paryayotra Maya Shabdaha Tatha cha Abhiyukta Prayogaha Mayaya Satatam Vetti Praninam cha Shubha Shubham iti Atmiyena Jnanena Atma Sankalpena ityarthaha. This is also a very, very significant meaning given by Bhashyakara from the word Maya. Atma Mayaya means Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. Atma Mayaya means Atmiyaya Mayaya. That is, the meaning of Maya is Jnanam. Iti Jnana Maya Vayunam Jnanam. It is told in Nigantu, by Askas Nigantu. And so Jnana Paryayaha Atra, it is synonym to the word Jnana, is the meaning of Maya. That is why it is told as Sankalpa, that is Jnana. Atmiyena Jnanena means Atma Sankalpena ityarthaha. So Bhashyakara quotes an Acharya of Purvacharya, who's we don't now have the reference for this. Maya Satatam Vetti Praniyancha Shubha Shubham. So there also the usage is Maya Satatam Vetti. That is, Maya is used in the sense of Jnana, that is knowledge. So that is the quotation which Pramana, which Bhashyakara quotes. So Paramatman always knows from his Sarvajnata what is good and bad for all beings. So here also Maya is used in the sense of knowing. So meaning of Atma Maya by his own willing. Ataha Apahatapapmatvadi Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakatvam Sarvam Vaisham Swabhavam Ajahat Swameva Rupam Devamanushadi Sajatiya Samsthanam Kurvan Atma Sankalpena Devadi Rupaha Sambhavami. Ataha, this is the Bhashya, continuing the Bhashya. Ataha Apahatapapmatvadi Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakatvam Sarvam Vaisham Swabhavam Ajahat Swameva Rupam Devamanushadi Sajatiya Samsthanam Kurvan Atma Sankalpena Devadi Rupaha Sambhava. For that reason only, Bhagavan is telling that he will be born out of his own will as Deva, Manushya, etc. Swameva Rupam Deva Manushya Sajatiya Samsthanam Kurvan. His own true form, he makes it as though it is of the same class as Deva, Manushya, etc. Swameva Rupam Deva Manushya Sajatiya Samsthanam Kurvan. Out of his own will. So, without leaving his nature, Ajahat, Sarvam Aisham Subhavam Ajahat, Ishvara Subhava, all this nature of being the Parameshwara, without leaving all those things. And so that is a very important thing here. So his nature of being the overlord of everything, having his essential nature of Samasta Kalyana Guna Karatva, etc., with attributes such as Apahatapapmatva, etc., all those things are always present in him. For that again he gives the quotation, Tadidamaha Ajayamano Bahuda Vijayate iti Shrutihi. Purusha Sukta is quoted, Ajayamanaha Bahuda Vijayate. Itara Purusha Sadharanam Janma Akurvan Devadi Rupena Swasankalpena Mukta Prakriyaya Jayate Tirtaha. The meaning of the Shruti is explained here. What is told as though he is unborn, Ajayamanaha, he takes birth in many ways. Bahudha Vijayate. So they seem to be contradicting. What is the meaning of this? Itara Purusha Sadharanam Janma Akurvan. That means he is born as told out of his own will, taking the forms of Deva, Manushya, etc. So, which is not like other people. It is unlike the births which are normal to others. So the Baddha Jivas are all taking those births of Deva, Manushya, etc. due to their karmas, and to experience the fruits of those karmas. They are given those bodies. But he is not like that. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham veda sarvani tadatmanam srijamyaham janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha iti purvapara avirodhacha. This is also a significant approach of Bhashyakara, that purvapara virodha should not be there. There should not be any contradiction in what is told in this Gita before and after, etc. So he is quoting some of the shlokas here, the 5th and 7th and 9th shlokas of this chapter. Bahuni me viditani janmani javacharjuna chani aham veda sarvani. So there should not be any contradiction here itself. So meanings that have been that have to be understood this way, so that there is no contradiction. Tanyaham tadatmanam srijamyaham janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti, which are divya, divine, that means aprakrita, who knows like this all my the manifestations and all my ascharya cheshtitas, my karma is ascharya cheshtita, etc. One who knows. So, and I know all the janmas who have gone by of you and mine, etc. And at the particular time I create myself, I manifest myself in my own true form. All these things are told here, so there is no contradiction there. So, going into some additional meanings from Tatparya Chandrika, Ajatva, Avyayatva. These two words are very significant here. They show that he does not undergo any changes in his essential nature like Prakriti or matter, and also does not have modifications of attributive consciousness like the Baddha Jivas. Or they may also indicate the absence of birth and death due to karma. So by this, his heya pratyanikatva, that is being opposed to anything defiling, is understood. Ajatva and avyayatva establish his heya pratyanikatva. Or the word aja differentiates Paramatman from Achit and Kshetrajñas. That is, it is Vyavritti. Achit and Kshetrajña Vyavritti. That is the Baddha Jivas and the matter, inert, the matter. It differentiates him from that. Who have births by nature or through association with body. The word Avyayatma indicates that at any point of time there is no contraction in his attributive knowledge, and thus differentiates Paramatman from Muktas, who at one point of time were having karmas and associated with the body, etc. Their knowledge was contracted. The word Ishvara indicates he is a ruler and differentiates Paramatman from even Nityas. So these are all making him different and distinct from all the other, everything else. Svetara Samasta Vilakshanatva is being shown here. So here the first half of the shloka answers the first question, that is the Avatara Prakara. The Bhashyakara declared that in this shloka, Avatara Prakara, Deha Yathatmya and Janma Hetu are being answered. The first half of the shloka, Ajopi Sanna Avyayatma Bhutanam Ishwaropi Sanna, that shows Avatara Prakara. Then the third pada, which is Prakritim Swam Adhisthaya, answers the second question, Deha Yathatmya. And the fourth pada, which is Sambhavami Atmamayaya, that is the fourth quarter, answers the third question, Janma Hetu, that is what is the cause of his manifestation. How does he take that? So Sarveshwaratvadi, the word Adi includes Sarvajñatva, Satyasankalpatva, Avapti Samastakamatva, etc., which were made clear earlier also, which make him Ishvara. Sarvam means none of the attributes of his nature are affected even a bit. Parameshwaram means Parameshwara Sambandhi, Parameshwaratva Prayuktam, being associated with him as he is Parameshwara. Prakaram Ajahadeva gives the meaning of the Mula Shloka, Apisanna, Ajaha Apisanna. Apisanna means Prakaram Ajahadeva, which is in present tense. So this also indicates that in all the manifestation and all situations during those incarnations, the covering, the Tirodhana of his real Parameshwara Subhava, nature, where he hides all that, is only due to his own will. So this is also told very nicely in Varadaraja Stava by Sri Kuratalvan. Bhavan Sarvatraiva tu Aganita Maha Mangala Gunaha Sarvatra. So though he has his Shatguna, Shatgunya Paripurna, he takes the vyuhas, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, etc. And in all these vyuhas, two gunas of the Shatguna, they are significantly seen. So, but that does not mean that he does not have the other qualities. So, Bhavan Sarvatra Ivatu Aganita Mahamangala Gunaha, in whatever form you are, in whatever prakara, whatever mode you are there, everywhere, all qualities are all the time present. So, Aganita Mahamangala Gunaha, Ishannapi Mahayogi, during his manifestations also his Parameshwaratva is told clear as Ishannapi Mahayogi in Bharata, Mahabharata Udyoga Parva, Krishna eva hi lokanam in Sabha Parva, Yaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma in Ramayana it is told. So all these are quoted by Swami Deshikan, where even his avatar also is without any blemish and is with all his Parameshwara Subhava and all the qualities of his being the overlord. Swam Prakriti Madhisthaya Atmamaya Sambhavami. Here the word Prakriti does not mean matter made of trigunas, as it is also seen being used in Gita itself. The word Prakriti is used in various senses, in various places. According to the context, one has to interpret the meaning of these words. So in Bhagavad Gita itself, in the 9th chapter, Prakritim Swam Avashtabhya Visrujami Punah Punaha. There the meaning of Prakriti is Trigunatmaka Prakriti, whereas here it is Swabhava. So it is according to the context it has to be used. Because during the avataras or manifestations, matter is not the cause of his Divya Mangala Vigraha. And this is told clearly in several places. Na Bhuta Sangha Samsthano Dehosya Paramatmanaha. In Paramatma's Deha, the Vigraha is not Bhuta Sangha Samstha. It is not made of Panchabhutas, the 5 elements, like the Karma Doshas. Mamsamedosthi Sambhava. In Varaha Purana it is told, Natasya Prakrita, it is not Prakrita, it is made of Prakriti or Trigunatmaka or matter. It is not made of Mamsa and all these muscles and all those things. So, or bones or muscles or marrow and etc. So it is Aprakrita, is Vigraha. That is made very clear elsewhere also. So that is why Bhashyakara says Prakriti Swabhavaha. That is very, very significant here. Meaning of the word Prakriti has to be taken so that it is applicable to the context. And that is why it is given as Swabhava. And there are a lot of pramanas for that. How can can be taken in Nighantu of Yaska? It is very clearly told Prakriti Panchabhuteshu Swabhave Mulakarane. Prakriti is Paryaya Padatu Panchabhuta Swabhava Mulakarana. All these things can be the meanings of the word Prakriti. It is used in various senses. So it is also found in Ekayana Shruti Deshika quotes, in Rasyamnaya, Brahmana, etc., where it is told that Nirupadika, because of it having without any limiting adjuncts, it is told it's the extraordinary unique characteristic of Paramatmana. So that is used as Swabhava in the sense of Swabhava, Prakriti. Swameva Swabhava Madhisthaya. Though the word Prakriti is taken in the sense of Swabhava, Bhashya says Swameva. So the next word is also significant. Swameva Swabhava Madhisthaya. To differentiate Paramatman from Jivatmas, who may get associated with Trigunatmaka Prakriti. That is Bhashyakara, while commenting on Antaradhikarana in Sri Bhashya, that is in the Brahma Sutras, Antaradhikarana or Antaradhikarana. The sutra is Antaha Tad Dharmopadeshat. So that is where the Divya Mangala Vigraha is established in the most wonderful way. In Vedartha Sangraha, Bhashyakara established the Divya Mangala Vigraha of Paramatman towards the end of the work, quoting from Antaha Tad Dharmopadeshat, that Brahma Sutra, which is in the first pada of the first chapter itself, where he quotes the shloka. This shloka of the Gita is commented in detail there by Bhashyakara in Sri Bhashya. Prakritim swam iti prakriti swabhavaha. These are the words from Sri Bhashya. Swameva swabhavamasthaya na samsarinam swabhavam ityartha. There he makes it very clearly that swameva swabhavam is given. Why is swameva swabhavam given again? Means na samsarinam swabhavam. not like the Baddha Jivas who are in the cycle of birth and death. Atmamayayeti Atmasankalpena Jnanena Ityarthaha. So that is made also clear there. So this shloka is quoted in detail there also. Svenaiva Rupena, the word Prakriti is indicating his Divya Mangala Vigraha, and the word Adhishthaya indicates his freedom, and Swatantriya also. These are indicated in the Bhashya as Svenaiva Rupena. That is the meaning of the third pada of the shloka. Prakritim Swamadhisthaya. Swechaya Sambhavami Ityartaha. Sambhavami Atmamayaya. So this is the meaning of the fourth pada. This way of interpreting clearly shows that Prakriti is his Divya Mangala Vigraha, which is like the Upadana for the Avatara. The Avatara, what is the Upadana? Is Divya Mangala Vigraha itself, which is Aprakrita, which is Divya, which is made of Shuddha Sattva, and with all his characteristics, which are unique to Sarveshwara. Swaswarupam hi. So now he establishes with Pramana his Swarupa, what is told in the Shrutis. Aditya Varnam Tamasap Parastat, Chayantamasya Rajasap Parake, Yo Yeshwantaraditya Hiranmaya Purusha, Tasminnayam Purusho Manomaya, Mruto Hiranmaya, Sarve Nimesha Jagnire Vidyutah Purushadadhi, Varupaha Sati Sankalpaha, Maharajanam Vasaha, Ityadi Shruti Siddham. So his Swarupa is being established by several Pramanas. Aditya Varnam is the Aprakrita, shows that it is Aprakrita. Tamasap Parastat means Aprakrita. So Asadharana Nirtishaya Deepti Yuktatva. Swa Asadharana Nirtishaya Deepti Yuktatva is the meaning for that Aditya Varna. Non-material, having an effulgence which is unique and incomparable. In this context, we also have to understand that he resides in Paramapada, is always being served by Nitya Suris, is Lakshmi Patitva. All those things are understood. So Rajas of Parake is having similar meaning as Tamas of Parastat. The word Rajas means it is Mula Prakriti. That is that which is, it is not the modification of Prakriti that we see in this Loka, but it is a Mula Prakriti, which is the primordial matter. And so Rajas of Parake means beyond that, which is Paramapada. He resides there. So the fact that he resides shows he is one who is omnipresent. If he has to reside somewhere, he has a form. That's what is also shown there. So by these Shruti Pramanas, he is having a Paramapada and Nitya Vigraha are established. In Paramapada, Paravasudeva Rupa, he is always present with a Divya Mangala Vigraha. Avatara Dasha of the same Vigraha is also established in Yesho Antaraditya Hiranmaya Purusha. The word Hiranmaya does not mean modification of gold, but as told, so it is the Bhashyakara quotes Dramidacharya here, who wrote Bhashya for Chandogya, Dramidacharya. He is referred to as Bhashyakara by whatever in Bhashya, etc. Rupa Samanyate Chandramukhavate is told in Vedanta Sara. Bhashyakara quotes Dramidacharya's words. So Rupa Samanya only. That is, it is similar to that form. Hiranmaya means only Rupa Samanya. Tasminnayam Purusho Manomayaha Amruto Hiranmaya. The Shruti says he only resides, he also resides in the heart. That is, the word Manomayaha is Parishuddha Manograhyaha. That is, he can only be grasped by pure mind. So this shows that he resides in the heart for purposes of Upasana, etc. Upasanartha. Why does he reside in the heart? One who is omnipresent. Why should he show himself in the heart of the yogis and the upasakas? It is for Upasanartha. Sarve Nimesha Jagnire Jita Purusha. The fact of Paramatman having a form is also seen in Karanavakyas. So this can be understood from Deshika's explanations that all these mantras, Shrutis, are establishing in different state situations and different modes or avatara, the prakaras of Paramatman. This is showing a Karana. That is, even during Srishti, where he is the Jagat Karana, when he is creating, that time also he has a form. Sarve Nimesha Jagnire Vidyutaha Purushat. That shows, showing the Varna, form, and all those things they are establishing very clearly. So that the cause of the universe, Vidyutaha means of the color of lightning. So he again shows he has a form. Varupaha Satya Sankalpaha. This mantra is also showing Akashatma, Sarvakarma. So these qualities are told to be meditated upon. In the mantra Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasita Sakratum Kurvita Adha Kratumayoyam Purushaha. It is told there. There it is told that Bharupaha Satyasankalpaha. So all these gunas have to be included when meditated upon or contemplated upon by one who is doing upasana as Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. And Tajjalanit Shanta Upas. So during that time all these stuff. So Bharupaha means he has a brilliant form. So that is also showing that he has a Vigraha. Maharajanam Vasa. This is from Murta Murta Brahmana of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. And commenting on the sutra, there is in the Ubaylingadhikarana of Brahma Sutras, Vrittiha Sabhatvam. So there it is told in that sutra in Ubaylingadhikarana, Bhashyakara quotes this mantra, Maharajanam Vasaha Ityadina Akara Vishesham Cha Abhidaya. So this mantra clearly says is Akara Vishesha, that is having a Divya Mangala Vigraha. So Bhashyakara is establishing with so many pramanas so clearly that Paramatman has a Divya Mangala Vigraha, which is Nitya, which is Aprakrita, which is having all, and he has all his qualities all the time and all this. So with all that he establishes Atma Mayaya is Atmiyaya Mayaya. So Maya is not what is interpreted by other commentators as something which is Mithya, which is not there. So it is also given meanings like Yama, Sa Maya, that which is not there is Maya kind of thing. That is not the meaning here. Maya Vayunam Jnanam. According to Nigantu, the meaning of Maya is Jnana, is also one of the Paryaya Pada for Maya. So Jnana Paryayotra Maya Shabdaha. And its Abhyukta Prayoga, Acharya's Prayoga is also Bhashyakara quoting for Pramana. Maya Satatam Veti. Maya Satatam Veti. It cannot be giving meaning of Mithya, etc. there. Then what is there to know? There. Praninam Jushubhashvam. Atmiyena Jnanena. So the meaning of Maya is, that is why Jnana is established here. How can mere Jnana be cause of the avatara? Atma Maya Sambhavami means, if Maya is Jnana, how can mere Jnana be the cause? Maya Sambhavami means Atma Sankalpena. That is the meaning of that. By his mere willing, that is the meaning of Jnana there. Jnana itself is not the cause, but his Sankalpa. Through his Sankalpa he manifests. Ataha Apahatapapmatva. The gist of all these is summarized by Bhashyakara here. Apahatapapmatva, etc. as per the Dahara Vidya Prakarana of Chandogya, which is the 8th chapter of Chandogya. There it is told very clearly, Apahatapapmatva, Vijaraha, Mrityuho, Vishokaha, Vijagatsaha, Satyasakamaha, Satyasankalpaha, all these gunas are told. And in Subhalopanishad, also all these pramanas which establish his Ubhayalingatva, Nirdoshatva, Mangala, Gunakaratva, etc. and so on. So that is all to be contemplated upon here. Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakatvam Sarvam Aisham Svabhavam Ajahate. It reminds us of Vishnu Purana Shloka. Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakoso. So Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakatvam is used by Bhashyakara in Vishnu Purana. Samasta Kalyana Gunatmakoso Swashakti Lesha Dhrita Bhuta Sargaha Ichha Grihita Abhimatoru Dehaha Samsadhita Ashesha Jagadhitoso. So why does he come here? Samsadhita Ashesha Jagadhitoso. For all this Jagad Upakriti Martyaha is told in the very beginning of Gita Bhashya by Bhashyakara. Jagad Upakriti Martyaha. Samsadhita Ashesha Jagadhitoha Asau. Ichha Grihita, that is his own Sankalpa. Ichha Grihita Abhimata Urudeha, whatever is agreeable to him, that form he takes. And Sashakti Lesha Trita Bhuta Sargaha. By just a mere fraction of his capability or his strength, he supports the entire thing and creation, etc. So all the Ubhayalingatva includes all the Ishvara Subhava. And as told in Sarvam Aisham Subhavam Majahadeva. That is made clear in Bhashya. Swameva Rupam Deva Manushya Sajatiya Samsthanam Kurvan Atma Sankalpena Devadi Rupaha Sambhavami. So this is as per Vishnu Purana Shloka again. Samasta Shakti Rupani Tatkaroti Janeshwara Devatiriyam Manushyakhya Cheshtavanti Swalilaya. Samasta Shakti Rupani, all these Shakti, all his Shakti, all those forms he does by his own, it is Leela for him. Lokavattu Lila Kaivalyam, it's told in Brahma Sutra, that Srishti, everything, and he is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. He is present in all these forms, and so these are all, so many pramanas are there here. So all his actings are all by his own will. He hides his true nature. Because we see also in other places, Atmanam Manusham Manye, he tells us in Ramayana. And in Atimanashastava, Kuratalvar praises his Paratva, that he cannot hide his Paratva even in his avatars, etc. most wonderfully. So all those things we can contemplate upon here. Tadidamaha ajayamano bahuda vijayate iti shruti vitara purusha sadharanam janma kurvanna devadi rupena so sankalpena mukta prakriyaya jayate ityartha. Now Bhashyakara is quoting this to remove the contradiction that may arise as Lord's manifestations are being told, as well as that he is not born. So one place it shows he is being born, another it told is that he is not born. So that is, this Shruti makes it very clear. Ajayamanaha Bahuda Vijayate. So this is called Samanya Vishesha Nyaya. So Ajayamanaha is Samanya Nishedha. That is, he is not born. But Bahuda Vijayate Vishesha Vishya. That is the special cases where, so the Nishedha is Sankuchita. The Samanya Nishedha is general barring, that is to be taken as Sankuchita Vishya, because Bahuda Vijayate. In wherever special cases he manifests himself, and so it is not the complete Nisheda. That is what is to be understood by this. So he quotes that Ajayamano Bahuda Vijayate to conclude all this. And so it is not like Bahusyam Prajayeya, etc., where he is also told as I am being born as many, I become many, etc. So, and it is told according to the Purusha Sukta, Tasya Dhira Parijananti Yonim Tasya Dhiraha Tasya Yonim Parijananti. Paritaha Jananti means they understand completely. Yonim means all his avatars, his avatar of Jnana, avatar Rahasya Jnana. Dhiraha means Dhya Ramante, iti Dhiraha, Jnanis, the Upasakas, who are Brahma Vidyanishtas, who Parijananti Yonim, his avatara, Rahasya, they understand properly, completely. Paritaha Jananti, it is his avatar Rahasya Jnana which is most useful to Mumukshus. That is being highlighted in this shloka. And Bhashyakara also removes any contradiction in the shlokas here itself to say Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tadatmanam sujamiham janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha iti purvapara avirodhacha. The meaning of vigraha paratva for prakritim swamadhishtaya. Prakritim swamadhishtaya is told as vigraha paratva, and maya is told as jnana paratva. Maya is jnana. Prakritim Swami is his own Swabhava, that is Divya Mangala Vigraha, were given or further justified to remove the doubts regarding Satya and Mithya. So the words Veda, Tanyaham Veda, then Tadatmanam Srijamyaham Srijami, Janma Karma Chame Divyam. So the word Veda, Srijami, Divyam, they establish the fact that his manifestations are Buddhipurvaka, Ichhamatra Krita and Divya, that is Aprakrita. All these words, all this will not be possible if Maya is commented as Avidya, etc. It cannot be justified, all this Veda, Srijami, Divyam and all this. So the Janma is not meaning Janma Pratibhasa or mere appearance, but it is real. The word Vyatitani does not mean it is Badhita, it is certified, all the Janmas. So if it is Maya Grihita, etc., Sarva Veditva is not possible, knowing everything, etc., if it is simply Mithya. So, something which is Mithya cannot be told as using the Srishti Shabda, Srijami, etc. And so that which is Trigunatmaka cannot be told as Divya, because Janma Karma Chame Divyam, because Divya means Aprakrita, non-material. So, Swami Deshikan makes all this clear here, the words, specific words that are used in this context itself very clearly established. The word taken by Bhashyakara for Maya as Sankalpa, that is Jnana. So the reality of Bhagavan's avatars is only established here is very clear. So from these all the other Bhashyas, it's very clear that we do not understand other meanings, where in Shankara Bhashya we can see that Prakritim Mayaya means Vaishnavim Mayam is told as for Maya. Dehavaniva Bhavami, these things are told Jata Iva, etc. So these are not accepted here, because Shruti says Yo Jata Eva Pratamaha Manaswan. Jata Eva cannot be even the mean. Jata Eva, he is born, that is real, that is he manifests himself. He is very clearly told in so many places. So that is what is established here. So that the future, the next few shlokas, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya tadatmanam sudramyam, is showing the Janma Kala, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Is telling the Janmanaha prayojanam, the prayojana, what is the purpose of his Janma. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha Ittvadeham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Why should one know the avatar rahasya jnana? The benefit is also told there. Vitaragavaya krodaha manmayam avupashritaha bahavo jnanatapasa putamad agataha. Examples are given and all. So all these shlokas we can do the anusandhana of these in the next class. We have come to the end of this session where we did the anusandhana of the shloka, where Bhashyakara establishes in the most wonderful way the avatar satyatva of Paramatma, Sri Krishna. And with that, I conclude the session and leave the class open for any question and answers. So we also pray to Swami Adivan Chadagopan, whose Tirunachitra was today. It is being celebrated in a grand way everywhere, in Kanchipuram, Melkote, etc. So we pray for blessings of the Acharya. And with that, I conclude today's session, and offering my pranamams to all the Bhagavatas in this Sangha, I shall conclude the session. Gita rAmAnuja.